This building should look similar to one we have already studied in the Christian section, which is the Hagia Sophia. This is the Mosque of Selim II. It is in Edirne, Turkey, and the architect is Sinan, Sinan, and the building began in 1568 and ended in about 1579 when Sinan was over 80 years old. It is located in the northern part of Turkey, actually more towards the Balkan region, because the Ottoman Empire in Turkey extended into the Balkans, as you could see in green on that map. And it's that's significant because as they were taking over this land that was previously controlled by the Byzantine Empire, we can see the influence of Byzantine art on this building in particular. It's located on a hill overlooking the city of Edirne, and that it reflects the Ottoman expansion. So the Ottoman Empire expanded beginning in the 14th century. They captured Constantinople, renamed it Istanbul in 1453, and that brought the end to the Byzantine Empire. So the Ottomans will control areas in Europe, Africa, and the Middle East, and the Ottoman Sultan was seen as the central political leader, the chief military officer, and the protector of Islam. Imperial Ottoman mosques are strongly influenced by Byzantine church plans, and that's recalling the historical context for why this plan is different from the other mosques we have studied before. It's developing from a Christian architectural context, but then it tries to surpass the greatest of the Byzantine churches, the Hagia Sophia. So it's adapting the central plan for Muslim services. So, and remember, the Hagia Sophia was a combination of a longitudinal and a central plan church, but this one is just central planned. It is the third mosque floor plan that we've studied. So we've had the hypostyle hall of Cordoba, we had the 4E1 plan from the one in Iran, and now we have this central plan mosque here in the Mosque of Selim. It does have typical mosque features, including the Qibla wall and a mihrab that is opposite of the entrance. It has 4 minarets, very pencil thin minarets, similar to the ones that they're going to put up on the Hagia Sophia. And as I mentioned before, it was built by the architect Sinan, who is considered one of the greatest architects of this time period. He planned for a vast open interior of monumental size with and having a centrally planned mosque was a personal quest. Sinan is credited with over 300 imperial commissions, and this mosque is he considered it his crowning achievement. And he was still working well into his 80s, making buildings for the Ottoman Empire. This dome is over 100 feet in diameter and is larger than the dome of the Hagia Sophia, which was intentional. And then the transition from the square building to the central dome is eased by corner half domes, and that enhances the openness of the interior space. The building's interior is enhanced also by 8 massive piers that pushed back the walls to open up the interior space. Now, the 8 pointed piers are visible on the exterior of the building, which helps enhance the building's outer form, and then it's framed by 4 minarets that dominates the city's skyline. There's also a lot of windows, as you can see in the top right picture, that mirrors the type of dome that's in the Hagia Sophia, and that's where the light comes in from not just the windows on the dome, but also on the half domes that you can see on the bottom left picture. So clearly this is influenced by the Hagia Sophia with the airy space, lots of light. It rejects the longitudinal axis of the Hagia Sophia, but the intention is to surpass it in an effort to outdo Christian Byzantine architecture. The large dome, it sits on squinches rather than a pendentive, and that's supposed to hold the weight of the macarnas and on the piers, and it gives it more of a corbelled appearance. And we can see that on, if you were to look closely on these pieces right here, you could see where the macarnas are and how it's like kind of sticks out and is framed from it intentionally. In addition to a mosque, this building served as a complex for education. There were education buildings. There was also a cemetery, a hospital, charity kitchens, markets, and baths. So this isn't just for, again, one specific purpose of prayer. This is to serve as a community center for the area in which it was built in.